Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Resonant Culture Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called King of Comfort. It is a hazy IPA hopped with Vic's Secret, Enigma, and HBC 692. Whatever that is, who knows? We'll see if that ever actually gets a real name. And it is 6.8 ABV. I've not had this. Of course I haven't had it because I guess I could have drinking another can of it, but I wouldn't have had it on tap because they're not open for in-house consumption. So I'm going to give it a pour and see what we got here. As always, a crazy label. Wow. I mean, I wasn't necessarily trying to do a good pour, admittedly, but this is pretty carbonated, and that's a big head, and I didn't tote it 180. See, it's a darker golden color. It's definitely like for sure cloudy, but it's not as hazy as like orange juice that I've seen from some of their other beers. About 2 fingers worth of pretty fluffy head. So this one's very pineapple forward, which is pretty expected from their beers. I will say I'm not too well. Definitely not familiar with HBC 692, because that's experimental hop or whatever. But I can't say that I've had a ton of stuff with Enigma in it, or definitely not with like just Enigma. So I'm not too familiar with that. Maybe that's why, because it's a mystery. It's an Enigma. I don't know. Or Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler from Batman. I don't know why that just came in my head. There is a little bit of orangey character on the back end, which I wouldn't necessarily expect that from from Vic's Secret. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the other two. But it doesn't smell super green. Like I'm not expecting this to be really burning, which is good. But there's a little bit of a melon note too, but there's not really any underlying bready or doughy maltiness, at least in the aroma, which is good, I guess, depending on what you want. But we'll see what it tastes like. Yeah, this is definitely different than a lot of their other stuff. I want maybe it's that Enigma or the HBC 692. I don't know. But anyway, I said like the last aroma note that I came up with was melon, and this is very melon forward in the flavor. There's a little bit of like lemon, lime, and coconut almost that you would assume would come from I can't think of what that hop is now, but one of the newer hops that's like all coconut. It does have a little bit of a bready finish in the background. It is chock full of hop flavor, but there is no burny character, and that's what I was saying. It didn't smell like super like green, like plant material in the aroma, which is good, but it's not in the flavor either. The bitterness it's not super high, but it's also perfect for the level of sweetness in the beer. It's balancing it. Well, I mean, it's more than balancing it because it is still truly an IPA, but it's appropriate for not being like a 9% double and or triple IPA. I know I've said this on this channel and I've told other people this. I think their hoppy beers are best whenever They do single IPAs because they scale back the hops from the doubles, or triple IPAs because they have to build a malt bill that's big enough to handle the amount of hop that they're putting in it. Which is so funny because so many breweries, like, all they're selling is their double IPAs, like that's what people want, but usually it's the single or the triple that are actually like the better ones, at least for what I want, because I want some sort of balance. I mean, I would still want the single more than the triple every day of the week, but I feel the same way about Dancing Gnome too. When they do like a somewhere between 5 to 7% IPA, I liked it so much better than the double IPAs. Because they're more balanced, they're easier to drink. And to me, like a good double IPA, it shouldn't be any more aggressive in hop burn. It should just be more alcohol. More alcohol and more body, but it shouldn't be more aggressive in hop burn. That just doesn't make sense. There is a little bit of like nutty, woody flavor in this too. It's almost reminding me of something I've had from Fauna before, which is interesting because these guys in Fauna, they both make great beers, but their execution is usually very different. But I'm getting something similar to one of the IPAs that they made. I don't know, but I like this because it's different than a lot of the IPAs that they've done. So I like when they're adding different things to their portfolio and doing different things within the same style. But it's also super crushable. And I'm not saying because of the alcohol. 6.8 is definitely not like a session beer. But this is really light and easy to drink, and I would smash this all day. I like this way better than their Altogether beer that everyone's doing for the service industry. But that one was loaded with that same hop that I cannot think of the name of it. The one that's like all coconut, and that was like too much for me. But this is really good. This is really, really good. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, this is definitely a buy. I will buy this again. I like this hop combination. I think this isn't my favorite IPA from them, but it's different and it's very good, and I would definitely like to drink this again, so I'm going to give it a buy. I think that's all I got in this one, though. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.